Okay, so we're all comfortable. Sounds like everyone's pretty settled into their meditation at this point in the retreat. So just taking some time to feel all that energy we have going from the Qigong and let it settle. Feeling the weight of our bodies on our seats. And then bringing up loving kindness in the heart. Everybody here is a well-practiced yogi, so whatever way you know is best for you to bring up the feeling of metta. And keeping it strong and going, sending it out in front of us as far as we can through the first quarter. And imagining all of the living beings out there that we can have metta for. Unconditional love that you could feel for all the cute little animals we have around here in the forest at Cloud Mountain. All the neighbors and all the people in the whole county and state and country going out before us. Spreading to the whole first quarter of the world in front of us. And then spreading that metta to the right, the second quarter. Wishing for the well-being of all beings in this area to our right and flooding it with that strong feeling of metta. Really feeling the metta in our own bodies and spreading it slowly around behind us in the third quarter. Having the unconditional wish for the well-being of all of the beings there. And then spreading it out to our left. And spreading it upwards above us. And sending it to all the devas around. Cloud Mountain's it has a very enchanted forest kind of feel, and the devas are just really hanging around here, so sending them metta. And then below, all of the bugs and the poor beings trapped in lower realms, sending them metta. And then kind of feeling the totality of it. We're kind of at the center of our own little metta bubble. And we're just expanding the bubble more and more. Just keep pumping up the metta feeling and blowing up the bubble until it pops and all the metta just leaks out everywhere. Goes in all the directions. And then we can bring up the feeling of compassion. Whatever speaks to you right now. Maybe something in your life or someone you love is going through something. Bringing up the wish for them to not have the suffering anymore, or for yourself, and remembering that others have the same feelings, the same situations, and are going through the same difficulties. And none of us are alone in this. And at the same time, the compassion isn't a suffering with in and of itself. It's the wish for the suffering to end. And spreading that intention and that well-wishing and kindness and empathy, really, the empathy in the first quarter in front of you for all beings. And then spreading the Karuna to the right. To all as to yourself. And towards the back, having the empathy and wanting the best for the people and other beings who are suffering. And also to the left. And above and below, and all around. Wishing for whatever difficulties or dukkha all the beings around us are having, hoping that they can find relief in the Dhamma. And turning our attention to mudita, that sympathetic joy for those who are having wholesome successes and good things happening for them. Maybe they're being generous or finding happiness in family or work or whatever, or making progress on the path, and we can have that sympathetic joy for them, the gladness, the happiness at their good fortune, and spreading that kind of joy out in the first quarter in front of us. And having Mudita for everybody here right now practicing together, having this retreat space and time, and how great it is that everyone has the interest to practice. And we're doing something to create the long-term happiness for ourselves and for those in our lives, and it spreads. And spreading that out to our right. And spreading the feeling behind us, all beings there. And out towards the left. And above and below. Really taking the time to look on the bright side, really see the positive things happening around us, making much of the wholesome successes. And then moving from our mudita bubbles into equanimity, upekkha. And this one always seems to bring up the feeling of wanting to take a deep breath in and letting it out slowly. Looking at situations where someone is creating karma that's leading to their misfortune, their kind of negative karma they're making. Maybe somebody you know whose children or them personally are stuck in some kind of addiction and they're having a hard time trying to get out of it. Or things that are unwholesome in the world, that the karma is really strong, it's just moving in this direction. and there's not really anything any of us can do about it. And just acknowledging that the karma is very strong. Still holding the benevolent kind of loving kindness feeling at the same time as acknowledging with the letting go that, yeah, this is how it is and it's okay. This is just how cause and effect works. It's the love and acceptance with the clear seeing of cause and effect. And standing in that wisdom aspect of the Brahmaviharas, spreading the loving kindness and the wisdom forward in front of us. And spreading it out to the right. And this is how it is. Spreading out through the back behind us. And to the left. And above and below. And resting in the steadiness that is Upekkha. And still have the care and still have the understanding, but with wisdom. And spreading that kind of wise steadiness all around. And then at this point, you can pick whichever Brahmavihara feels like the right one to be working with for now. And bringing up the feeling of it very strong as you can make it. And sharing that with the rest of the universe.